increased in purchasing value. And that's exactly what Mr. Fromm told me back 2 years ago. I came on Alex Jones' show and said it. He said you're going to be so poor in 2 years you won't be able to do anything about it. You are seeing massive inflation now.
All right, Lindsay, stay there. Let's talk about the newest communiques from Mr. L. We'll just we'll leave it at that. Stay with us. Long segment coming up. We'll be right back.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Hello, friends. This is Alex Jones. You've heard me talk about Cal-Ben 5-star soaps for years. This is an American-made product of the highest quality and compares to nothing you will find in stores. You can buy factory direct, shipped via UPS right to your door. Check them out on the web at 5starsoap.com or call 800-340-7091. Take my word for it. Once you've used Pure Soap, you won't buy anything else. Since 1947, Cal-Ben Soap Company has been showing consumers that soap can be tough on dirt and gentle on the environment. Buy American and stay clean, as well as support InfoWars. Visit 5starsoap.com today or call 1-800-340-7091. Well, Marty, what do you have to say?
As founder and owner for over 63 years, satisfaction is guaranteed or double your dirt back. Call us at 1-800-340-7091 for a free catalog or visit our website, 5starsoap.com. Thank you.
Folks, you've heard us talk about Home Gain before. Home Gain is now offering a special promo where you get up to $150 when you buy or sell a home with a Home Gain agent you find through their Find a Realtor program. Home Gain lets you compare realtors anonymously. It's easy. Go to HomeGain150.com to find and compare realtors anonymously. Enter promo code HomeGain150 and receive up to $150 when you close a deal with a Home Gain agent. Share the Home Gain 150 promo code with your friends via Facebook, Twitter, text, and more. Look for Max, the Home Gain Gorilla, to find out more about how Home Gain is going to pay you. Visit HomeGain150.com today to enter your promo code and get paid for buying or selling a house. That's HomeGain150.com.
Alex told you the government announced recently that the recession is over. It ended on June of 2009. The millions of Americans unable to find work might not agree. Perhaps the recession ended for the bankers and government employees, but for the rest of us, things seem to be getting worse. Gold and silver haven't heard the news either. They've begun their long-expected journey to the moon. In addition to converting your shrinking dollars into gold and silver, you should consider a food savings account from eFoods Direct. They both make fabulous investments. Food is our greatest dependency, and we know it will be more precious than any financial resource. You and your family need food to survive a crisis, and you can't eat paper, stocks, or metals. Alex has been urging you to invest in delicious, easy-fix meals to enjoy now or save for long-term. This will freeze the cost of your food while you can still afford it. Visit eFoodsDirect.com on the internet or call 800-409-5633. That's eFoodsDirect.com or 800-409-5633.
Okay, Lindsey Williams has talked a lot about China and this New World Order for 10 years on my show or more, but last 2.5 he's saying, watch China, watch China. We're being sold out to them. They're the rising power. This is the takeover. And certainly there it is. I mean, they have planned this whole thing, the deindustrialization, Walmart getting the exclusive deals of the slave labor to shut down U.S. factories and business, consolidate power. Now Walmart admits they're under Homeland Security. They're putting in the telescreen saying, watch your neighbor. They've got the forced inoculation plans that we've seen bits and pieces of under the Model States Health Emergency Powers Act for Walmarts to be forced inoculation centers and Walmart distribution centers to be FEMA command bases. I mean, these are cold-blooded folks. This is all using economy and business to destroy the free market, to build it up, to consolidate, to knock their competition out, and then shut off the free market. And it is just unspeakably wicked. Then they will convert to the, quote, green economy that's actually a neo-feudalistic prison city economy. And I showed you the British government-funded, London Guardian-sponsored cartoons last week that are shown to children in England and now in the U.S. where they said, it's wonderful. You only get meat once a year. You're only allowed to travel by bicycle unless you get a travel permit. Everything you do is surveilled. You live in these giant high-tech cities, but those that don't are allowed to go to ghettos. Oh, it's too bad my sister's in that ghetto. And it looks like it's a dystopic nightmare, but they're saying it's good. And they mean it to be dystopic. But then they dress it as it's good so that you're shocked and then just go, well, I guess I'm acclimated. This is psychological warfare. All right, I'm sorry. Let's go back to Lindsey Williams. Lindsey, please continue. I want to get more to China later, but the latest communiques, the stuff that he has told you, and how that ties in with what Ken Fromm was telling you on his deathbed, and then integrating that in with your statement to me off air that this other oil company executive, even more high-powered, who you've been interviewing and talking to for years, now he's really spilling his guts to you because we're getting so close to it. And the fact that he, quote, he comes from a little different perspective or angle. Quantify that. You've got the floor.
There positively is a group of people on the face of the earth who control the world. Folks, I beg of you, listen to everything Alex Jones says. He's been trying to tell you this for years, and I verify everything he said there. And it's by the providence of God. I must give him the glory, Alex. Please, bear with me a second. I got to give God the glory for all of these things that I have been allowed to know over the years. And it's by the providence of God that I had the privilege of having the confidence of some of these people, two different ones especially, and as a result, am able to tell you what I'm telling you today. Now, qualify, yes. The other individual who has been willing to give me information, I guess sometimes families are pretty close, and oftentimes you get more from wives than you do from their husbands. And some of them are very concerned. You'd be surprised about what even they are doing.
Oh, most of them are running to third world redoubts.
To give me some things. Now, please, notice the expression, and then I got to qualify it. No shortage on the grocery store shelves. You're finally beginning to see this. I know. A lot of you have been saying, oh, we're going to have a shortage of food and food and food. No. You remember that I was told a year and a half ago there'll be no shortage on the grocery store shelves, but you will go hungry. Why? Because you won't be able to buy it. Now, listen to these things. You can see them for yourself. Number one, listen to the grocery store shelves and the prices as they go up. And secondly, listen at the gas pump. Please. Listen to that gas pump next time you fill up your vehicle. It went up 6 cents in 1 week. Gas did not go up. Did you catch that? Gas did not go up. The purchasing power of the dollar went down, and they're still giving OPEC $50 a barrel in purchasing power because the dollar is deteriorating, and that's exactly what this head of state of China has said to us. Well, he let the cat out of the bag. He said the dollar is going to be not the world currency anymore. And you're hearing it. Again, listen to gold and silver prices. Folks, if there's any way, there's some buzzwords you've got to listen to. The national liberal media is their mouthpiece. Hollywood is their perversion. And then there's Alex Jones out there who is telling everything exactly what they're doing, along with some of the other talk show hosts now beginning to say things that I said 20 years ago. They're finally beginning to come around and say it. Listen to my elitist friends. I beg of you. There are very few people on the face of the earth who, by the providence of God, have been given the privilege of knowing some of these people as personally as I have over these 35 years. Please listen to my elitist friends and what they're saying, because they're telling you 1 and 2 and 3 years in advance everything that they're going to do. And Alex is bold enough to allow me to come on his program and tell you, you have to listen to the 3 hours of information that I just recorded on 2 CDs. Please do. And by the way, Alex, I am increasing it 1. You remember last time I was on your program, I said you must do 12 things immediately.
Yes.
I'm increasing that to 13. You must do 13 things. I have had to add this last one. Here it is. You positively must take care of the physical needs of your household. From what I've been given by my elitist friend just in the past week or two. I've added this one. You've got to find a way to take care of yourself medically in your home. And this is the first time I've ever given this on the Alex Jones Show today. Listen to the voices of the elite, and you will know why you positively must begin to take care of your own house.
Well, Lindsay, this is sounding, let me stop you for a minute because I want you to go on. This is sounding, you know, I ran into a lady who, well, I'm not going to go too far into it, but one of the richest women reportedly in the U.S., which isn't really true. The people they advertise as the richest are mid-level. But I looked into who she was, found out that she was indeed one of the richest women in the country, you know, owned a defense company. I mean, the list goes on and on. And she said, this was 3.5 years ago, she said within 4 years, there will not be, she said within 3 to 4 years, there will not be a United States. And I said, what does that mean? And she and you know, maybe she got spooked. Maybe you know, she got scared, but she was running off to the Cook Islands and leaving. And then I saw the news articles after that about elites and rich leaving and, you know, the Bushes and everybody moving to South America and all the rest of it. And a lot of the richest Jews in Israel are leaving Israel, by the way, and going to London for some reason. And so what you're saying is, I mean, having to have your own medical care at home, that sounds like Road Warrior level collapse or something.
30% of America's doctors plan to quit if Obamacare goes through. I was at the dentist. I wasn't. My wife was at the dentist the other day. He's probably one of the most leading dentists of the Phoenix Valley and Scottsdale area. And he had just been, he gave me this personally. He said, I was just with the most prominent dentist specialized in dental work in his area. He's been in the business now for some over 50 years. He's not a young comer. And he said that this dentist friend of his, and he had dinner together, and he said, if business doesn't pick up, now, people don't have to have dental work done. They can have that tooth hurt. They don't have to have cosmetic surgery. Because of the economy being in such bad shape, people are not going to the dentist as they did. He's this most prominent dentist of the Phoenix Valley said to my dentist friend just the other day, he said, if my business doesn't pick up by June of 2011, that's this year, by June, he said, I'll have to close my office. I can't stay in business anymore. If Obamacare goes in, they're going to give them much less than what they're getting right now. 30% of America's doctors plan to quit. If it goes through, folks, you must begin to take some action to take care of yourself.
Well, we told people 4 years ago that we told
mine. He was playing racquetball, and after he got through, he passed out. They rushed him to the hospital. He didn't have any choice because that's what they automatically do, call 911. When they got through with $3 days, of strenuous examinations, they had a new bill for $34,000 just because he passed out at the racket court because he had taken too much of a health drink prior to it, and it caused his heart to do something funny. But listen to the rest of this. They brought him in and they said, we notice you don't have insurance. And they said, rather than take a chance, they said, this is in your area. This happened in Dallas, Texas, by the way, Alex. And the doctors in the hospital said to him, okay, if you will pay us $5,000 right now, either check or cash, before you leave the hospital, we will count that as paid, and here's your bill for $34,000. Pay $5,000 right now, and we'll take it, or $34,000 if you don't pay before you leave the hospital. Folks, you can't depend on public hospitals any longer. There are things in the wind. You've got to prepare yourself for your family's medical needs, Alex.
Well, I mean, did your source say that, or is that just from your own research?
No, you mean this I gave you just then?
Yes.
Well, that was Stan Johnson. You know him. This happened to him last week in Dallas, Texas. I mean, you can call him up on the phone and ask him.
No. I'm saying the medical system, the medical system falling apart. I mean, was that warning coming from your Mr. X?
Yes, I have been warned by this new elitist friend of mine as to what's happening as far as the medical system is concerned. He has talked to me at length about the medical system, and of course, The dentist that I mentioned just a moment ago is Dr. Hoskins here in the Phoenix Valley. I mean, these people are saying we have bubbles in the medical system, and if Obamacare goes through, Lord have mercy on us. You definitely, I have